How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have With Sales ahead with us, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
Hi, I'm Sierra, and I sing in the band. We never know who's gonna go first. It's
Joe.
hard.
You're all like.
Really.
I'm Joe. I play guitar.
I'm Santino. I play guitar as well.
I'm Jamie, and I play bass.
I'm Ryan, and I play drums.
There we go. Well, obviously, these people are very familiar faces on the channel. I just remember Sierra and I, shouts to Dave from Sentinels, when we did the Hot Ones video, and I'll never forget that. That will be on my tombstone. Did Hot Ones one time.
That
that
also
was
a long time ago.
That was
what the fuck?
That was like ages ago. So, guys, stop asking me to do another Hot Ones. I've still not recovered years later.
Permanent damage.
From permanent burns.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you where. Just burns. It burns everywhere. My whole body.
Two specific places.
Yes, two specific.
Call them out.
I'm not gonna call them out because this stuff is not suitable for children.
Leave it up to your imagination.
Yes, you can figure it out.
Yeah, there you go.
What do I was trying to rack my brain on the last time we did an interview. I remember we did it in person, and it was at a show with shout-outs for Funeral Attire.
Mm-hmm.
RIP. I love those dudes. Shout-outs to the boys. I love them. And there's been a lot of stuff in between, which made me more surprised we didn't do an interview after Morning Sun, because did that. We just like completely just blanked, and I know that I've seen
I saw you
times before this. Yeah, we've seen each other before this, and I was just like, I don't know why, but I guess nothing really clicked in my brain, and I guess like collectively we're all like, just do the review. That's great.
Was the one in Philly the last interview?
Yes.
The one in Philly was the last one, and I was trying to remember how long ago that was. I think that was when did
That was
you
like
guys
almost
do that
4
tour?
years ago.
Oh my
That was
god, was
almost
it?
4 years ago.
August of 2017.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh my god.
So long overdue, obviously.
It's crazy.
You would have seen me twice on that tour. The day we left, and then in Philadelphia.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my god. So long. But anyway, so much has changed. We released a record, which I did a review of. If you guys want to check that out, that was a long time ago too.
I remember. It was a great one.
You got other stuff in the pipeline. And I guess, tell people what's been going on for the X amount of years. We've not done anything but seen each other, but they don't know any different because they only know the second name.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at how much we've done. Like tours. We've done 2 tours since then.
Yeah.
What else? We crossed more bands off of our Blue Swan bingo card for shows.
That's true.
We have been writing a lot, and we released a single back in November, and now, as of when this interview will be out, our latest single, Murder Mountain, will have been out for a hot minute. So, yeah, we've been busy, even still with the pandemic. We've been very busy. Yeah, we have a lot going on. Yeah, we've just been doing other stuff too. We all picked up streaming, all of us. So it's something we're all doing too, which has been fun.
I can attest. I have Sierra as one of my offline. Make sure you go check her out on Twitch, because I think she's one of my designated people. Like, if I'm not streaming, go watch her stream.
You're a host list.
So,
Thank
a
you.
host list, auto host list. I can't remember. I'm not a Twitch streamer yet, but yeah, no, it's cool that you guys are all doing that. Obviously, remaining healthy and doing the normal shit. How has the writing process been? Has it changed from what you typically do in terms of like writing music, or has it, have you guys been able to do a lot more because, again, you're at home, you're doing the quarantine stuff? Has it made writing a little bit easier? So I guess how have you been handling quarantine in terms of, what you've been writing recently, and possibly a record, EP, something like that I imagine is in the pipelines.
Yeah, it's been more collaborative this time around.
This is the first time, after Morning Sun, these are the first songs we've written together, like the 5 of us.
Yeah, the Fear and Loathing and Murder, are the 2. that we like finally wrote as a band. Like Morning Sun was actually just like me and Joe slapping together songs, and Ryan had just joined the band 2 months prior to that point.
Yeah.
So essentially most of his parts were written for him, and he was just coming in and playing them, adding his own twist to them. A lot has changed in that time for sure. I mean, God, like 4 years now. Yeah. So
and that's
much.
and I feel like I mean, obviously, because I've seen you guys play many times since that point. I feel like you guys collectively as a band have become better performers, like in terms of that, and I think the writing has obviously shown that. Obviously, you're speaking about being collaborative and stuff like that. Do you think that the process is a lot easier doing stuff? Is it more so like you guys are still? I know Sierra and Joe did Morning Sun mostly, as you just said, Sierra. Do you think that it's more like do you guys send the tracks over to each other, or is it more like, oh, we're gonna go over and like work on a song? I know obviously now going further, I'm sure it's gonna be a little bit easier to do it in person, but in terms of like online, have you guys been kind of like sharing songs files and stuff like that and kind of tweaking and like working on different stuff? And has that process been better because, you know, again, there isn't much extra to do in terms of like other than doing the day job and like streaming and stuff? Has it made it a lot easier to be able to like spend time to write and like kind of like hone in on stuff that you may not have if the pandemic didn't exist?
Yeah, everything you're mentioning and bringing up is exactly how it's been going down.
Yeah. So historically, we've always used Guitar Pro to share ideas with each other and send it back and forth. Over the pandemic, that was pretty important. You know, being scared at home. But recently, as things have gotten a little safer, everyone but me is vaccinated. We've been getting together more than we ever have. And it's definitely like showing itself in the most recent stuff that we're writing together. There are still a fair share of songs that like I'll write the majority of and then send it to everyone for like final parts, and then same thing with Sierra. And even Santino submitted a song, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
So good.
It's you know, a little bit of old, a little bit of new, but we're getting much more comfortable working together and being collaborative than we ever were before.
That's awesome. I'm glad. I mean, I checked in Fear and Loathing. I feel like I didn't message any of you guys. I just like checked it out on a whim. Not that I like need to message you on like when you release stuff and like for me to check it out, but I was like, oh, I should message them. And then my brain was like went into like dial-up mode, and I was just like, oh, I forgot. Well, now I was like, I'm sure I'll have some time to mention
like
it.
That's what the past year has done to us. Like it's made like if you were socially awkward in any aspect, it's just like any progress you've made over the course of your entire life just regressed.
You did
tremendous. I mean,
U-turn.
Yeah, for me, that's the case too. Like I've gotten worse with like reaching out to people. Like I really fall off the grid for like weeks at a time. I totally get that, so don't worry about it.
I also feel like if I didn't have the channel to continually post about stuff, I probably would just be off the internet completely.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, it does keep me kind of connected to the stuff. And like, again, I love the single. I thought it was really good. Like I should have probably done something with it, but I was like, oh man, they're probably going to release more stuff, so I won't have to worry about that. And obviously you have a new single coming out very soon. Well, it'll be out now. But what, in terms of like the sound direction, and obviously with Ryan being in the band for longer than the last time we talked, is that the direction, like in Fear and Loathing and like in Murder Mountain, is that like the direction you guys kind of want to take, or is it like, are you guys going to try to experiment more? Have you guys been spending time like working on kind of different sounds and like bringing in different options? Because like obviously Ryan's in the band, he offers a different perspective, and like obviously with all of you collaborating a lot more, I think it would probably make the soundscapes a lot larger and stuff. So have you guys taken the time to like really expand what With Sails Ahead sounds like, pretty much?
I think we definitely have.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. This batch of new songs is insane.
It's extremely diverse.
Yeah.
But still also like in the same, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, sonic sphere that is With Sails Ahead.
Yeah.
We've been kind of
Sphere's just getting bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
kind
universe
of expanding outward. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good. Like I feel like a lot of bands have taken the time, like whether cognitively or just like out of necessity for like the band. It's cool to see that, and I felt like in Fear and Loathing I heard like a little bit, and comparatively to like Morning Sun, because I was like, oh, I should listen to Morning Sun and then I should listen to Fear and Loathing, and I was like, in a sense it feels like two different bands, just because like I feel like there's a lot more like, you know, in terms of like sound diversity. I think there's a lot more going on with that than Morning
Thank
Sun.
you.
And I like more, everybody knows how much I like Morning Sun, but like this feels a lot different. I feel like you guys have taken the time to like mature your sound a little bit more. And I think as a band, like I'm excited to listen to the new song, Murder Mountain, and excited to listen to new stuff in general, just because I feel like if it's anything like in Fear and Loathing and how much I enjoyed that, I think I'm gonna probably enjoy the rest of it just as much, because, you know, I feel like you guys took, you know, a relative amount of risk on like writing some of the stuff, so I feel like it paid off, at least for me. I'm extremely biased because I know you all super well, so it might seem a little extra biased, but I
Nah,
swear
you're an
it's
honest
genuine.
dude.
Yeah.
Don't
But
sweat it.
you're gonna love the new batch.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so we definitely like are skewing more in like a darker direction, so to speak. Except for there's a couple bops that are like Willow like 3.5, which is cool. Like we basically have been just leaning more into like our more progressive influences or mathier influences, and like making those make sense for the sound that we have.
Yeah, and do you guys, I guess per se, do you have any kind of like relative date in terms of like when we could see a new Was Sales Ahead like record, or is it just kind of, are we still in the baby stages right now?
It's
To
weird.
to be
It's a weird
to be
weird
determined.
spot.
Very
We're
Listen, I gotta
trying
ask I
so
have to ask the hard
hard.
questions, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
small.
We work
small
really
baby.
slow. We work so slow. We've been picking it up lately, but we work really slow. We're trying.
More material needs to be written from us
Yeah.
before anyone's gonna get like an EP or a possible full length out of us.
Yeah.
So
You know what I
uh,
was saying?
We have
there's
so
a lot
much
in the
work, but we have so
can,
much more to
but there's
do.
a lot more that needs to be thrown into the
Yeah,
can.
we have 17 half songs.
Yeah.
We have a big can.
Big
You know
kid.
what we were saying a couple weeks ago is like if we had a solid like 2 weeks to write and not do anything else, we would probably get the album done or whatever we want to do.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
we would.
too much other stuff is in the way first.
We're just
Life.
slow, but we're always working at the music. So
we try to get like a little bit of something done every week. Like something a few of us have been doing, Joe, Jamie, and I. We get together at my house, and then we'll like dial in like Santino and Ryan remotely if they can come, and virtually come
we
hang
take
out.
it
And
into the tech.
yeah, and we you know, we'll either get a song and a half done, or like Joe will be like, I have this idea, like maybe we can expand upon it, and then we work on that as much as we can. Caveat to this is we're usually drinking, and we still manage to get something done. It's the
Still
weirdest
productive.
operation. I'm not productive when I'm inebriated under any circumstances, but yeah, that's been working because I guess being in a room together really helps.
Sure, yeah.
There's always a fear like, oh fuck, like what if we got together and we're all gonna sit around with our thumbs up our asses like with nothing to contribute? That's always a fear for me. Like I always feel bad. I'm like, oh fuck, what if we're going through all this trouble and like we don't like finish anything tonight? But we usually get something done, which is
Sushi
good.
is
So,
good writing fuel.
Yeah.
yes, it is.
You're right. I wish I had something
Yeah.
like that. I do feel like, yeah, I do feel like when you're in a band and you have to have like multiple people like be like, all right, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna work on this, we're gonna like hash it out, and as much as we can try to get through, we're gonna do it. And you know, I gotta appreciate that you guys like take your time and are methodical with what you're writing and like really thinking about it, because I think a lot of bands, especially like last year, and I would say for a good probably majority of this year, I think a lot of bands are thinking that way, which I love, because I could think a lot of the releases that will probably be released either by the end of this year or into 2022 are just going to be fantastic shit, because people have taken the time to like really work on it, hone in on their stuff, and it shows. Like I feel like people are getting that revival of things that maybe they were like, oh man, like I've been touring for X amount of years and I feel like I don't want to do this, you know, I'm getting kind of burnt out, and like it's cool to see other people kind of finding that passion again to write good stuff, you know. That's
Yeah,
great.
and we had
Yeah.
a lot of time to sit around and practice too, so the things are going up the next level too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I feel like with Sales Ahead's just gonna be an anime like dub band, you know, like one of those super bands. That's what I'm hoping for next. Is you guys are just gonna write an anime OST next.
Oh yeah.
We have
Yeah.
like 5 of those in the new
There's
batch.
a lot.
I'm not even gonna count. I never used to want to be the person that said that about their own band, but then people started saying it about us, so we were just kind of like, okay, so it's fine now if we say it.
Beforehand, it
Yeah.
wasn't, but now other people are
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that feels
Yeah.
very anime-esque," and you're like,
Yeah,
"Yes."
it's just weird to self-crown yourself as like an anime OST band, but like enough people said it about our music, so if they thought Morning Sun was anime openings,
Oh, they ain't seen nothing yet.
Did some
and
real
and y'all won't be able to
anime
hear it
rippers.
for a long time, and it sucks, but it's coming.
Yeah.
It's
How
coming.
I guess comparatively, how long did it take to write Morning Sun compared to like obviously I think like now like obviously I'm thinking in terms of like new songs and just having you all collectively work on stuff. How much of in the pipeline was Morning Sun before it was birthed?
Oh man, I'm really good at like doing years and time dates, so I have a good answer for this. Joe was showing me Morning Sun riffs while we were recording Years and Waiting.
Oh my
That's
god.
how long it was in the works.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
well over a year. For sure.
Willow is the oldest from that batch.
Yeah. And then I would say Disappear is like the newest out of that batch. Because I wanted to contribute a song really badly. I felt like it needed like a first track kind of song.
Mhm.
And so I had to throw that together as quickly as possible because I started it during like summer of 2016, but like didn't really like finish it until like 2 months before we went into the studio.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't even 2 months. It was like a few weeks before going into the studio.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
didn't
why
even I didn't even fully know the song when we went to the studio.
That's
Yeah.
why I
Because I wasn't
recorded
done
it.
yet.
Yeah, when you look at the studio videos, I'm tracking guitar because like no one had the time to learn it all. So I'm like, I wrote it, and I'll just do it. So
There we
yeah,
go.
that's so like what was that like 20? We recorded at Adams in 2016,
Yeah.
early 2016. So yeah, that's how
February.
old Morning Sun was.
Wild.
Yeah,
The more
yeah.
you know. Just put the
2020 just 2020 just makes everything feel so much further, 'cause,
yeah,
like,
well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like a year that didn't even happen.
Right?
but I feel like
So
5
weird.
years older now for some
Yeah.
reason.
I know. Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
so
we
much.
were-
I feel like I feel like so much like more aged now, and I'm not. Like I know it's only an extra year, but I feel like I'm like an old geezer now somehow.
You
I
do.
feel haggard too. My
How do you
body.
think I feel then?
I'm sure saying to you, listen, I saw you doing a strong man video, so I feel like your age has kind of dropped, and everybody
Yeah.
else's has simultaneously matched yours now.
The fitness level negates his actual age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me,
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
You are, I'm sure. You guys talked about having a darker influence and pulling from more of your like math and like progressive style music. I guess who are some of the artists that you are currently listening to or were listening to at the time that have influenced the new direction and kind of like coaxed you into like with Sales Ahead 2.0 pretty much, I'd say.
Should I answer first?
Yeah, go first. I
Shoot,
need time
Joe.
to think, anyways.
It's less.
You go
I mean,
first.
are we talking about like during the writing of Murder Mountain or just like in general?
I would say probably generally anything from like In Fear and Loathing to current now time.
So you probably know Trico, right?
Oh yeah.
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 Basically, just Trico, like
A
throughout
lot of
all
it.
of the pandemic and like before then and after that, I've just been because Trico released 2 albums in 2020, and
My
both
God.
were straight 10 out of 10 for me. So they were a huge influence. And then also like outside of music, like having watched Demon Slayer like 5 times in a row, like season 1, it's just like a huge inspiration musically.
I feel.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but it's like almost the exact same for me. It's really embarrassing, but like I really haven't listened to that much new music. Definitely like Friends bands have been super influential on us, just like in terms of like inspiring us to like be more prolific and also like sound wise, like Like Pulse's got they have insane riffs and like insane musicality.
Yeah.
Trico is a big one for me. Paranoid Void. What else? Musically, it's hard. I hate to fucking say it, but yeah, all the bands on my anime openings playlist too. Because that's like one of the playlists I listen to the most. But like, there's other bands I'm definitely not thinking of right now. But just generally speaking, like, um, anything like progressive post-hardcore, I've still been bumping. I still listen to Hail the Sun a lot, so that band for sure.
New record
And
too.
yeah, I like the new record. I definitely like it better than Mental Knife, but nothing beats Wake for me still and Elephantitis.
Classic.
They're just, I guess, because like that's when I became a fan, like Elephantitis. So
Same.
I've been writing for them for almost a decade.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, so
I
there's
couldn't
that.
remember it in the review. I was like, "How long have I been listening to Halo Sun?" I was like, and then you now have aged me so much.
I'm sorry, I'm right there with you. Well, Dayseeker also is another band I listen to a lot. That Sleep Talk, I think, is the record name.
Correct. Yep, that's the newest one.
Oh my god, it's just so like huge and sonic. And I'm gonna be kicking myself after we do this interview because I'm sure there's other bands, but can't think of them at the moment. But those bands, Kalani, yeah, those are kind of like my mainstays for influence and stuff. How about the rest of y'all?
Bueller.
Bueller.
Periphery's been a big influence for me, drumming wise.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Hail the Sun, basically anything Joe Arrington does. And I don't know, I haven't been listening to much music lately. Kind of just playing whatever comes to me.
Yeah.
Santino or Jamie, you got any?
No, I don't really listen to much new music either. Like I go back to like the Full Collapse album by Thursday and old Coheed and Boxcar Racer, that heavier post-hardcore groupings of early 2000s.
And Selena.
Oh,
always Selena. Every day.
Goes without saying.
Anything for Selena.
Right, I'm dead serious.
I know. I'm the same way. Jamie, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, as far as inspiration for me, like bass wise, like Carnival is always like my number one, like there. And then lately, I mean, like Joe, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but yeah, listening to a lot more Trico and like trying to incorporate like that kind of like sound into my playing as well. Trying to think more like mathy, but like bass mathy. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
I got you. I know the vibes. I picked up a bass recently, so I'm trying to learn how to riff. You know, on the
so
bass.
Much fun, right?
It's great. Yeah. It's great. I love it. I feel like I neglect it because I've literally been doing interviews every night for God knows how long now at this point. But it's great. I like both things, but if I could take a break to just play my bass for like an hour, that would be magnifique.
It'll be there for you.
I know. Well, it's literally sitting over there in my corner on my music corner. But that's cool. Like I feel like you guys definitely are taking that like different approaches in terms of your music. Obviously, I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like myself too. Like I wouldn't say that I haven't listened to new bands because like that's my whole job here on YouTube. But like, but I feel like I've definitely been in waves in terms of like listening to music and stuff. Just especially last year, I was just like towards the end of 2020, I was just like I don't want to really listen to anything that I have to like spend many hours listening to over and over and over again to get a review out. And so, did you guys kind of feel the same way in terms of like just like trying? Because I feel like with bands, like in terms of like years prior, like in 2019, like I feel like bands would like people in bands would just be like, oh man, like this release came out, and then now I felt like last year people were just like, yeah, I'm really just not trying to listen to music now. Like I feel like it's just something that is just like we all love music. We're not gonna ever stop loving music, but I feel like everybody kind of took like a big pause on everything.
I felt myself do that towards the end of the year. The beginning of the year, I felt like because we all had nowhere to go, I could go for walks and be actually completely immersed in like whatever album I was listening to. No distractions, nothing. I did really like dive into a lot of different records. They just didn't like directly influence like my writing style.
Sure.
But
yeah.
like Spirit Box, I've been listening to them since like the Mara Effect, but like I didn't really like listen. So that was a band. Let's see. So The Most dropped a really cool record. Barty Strange. Obviously Pulses dropped Speak It Into Existence, and that was in
correct. Yeah.
Heavy rotation. The Science Penguin EP2, Calling Down Fire 59. Oh my god, like it feels like a lot of Friends dropped music, and a lot of like smaller bands dropped records in like the first like 3/4 of the year, and that was really cool because like all the major record labels and like bigger artists were like, we can't drop music because we can't tour, we won't make money, so they just didn't do anything. So it kind of gave like the smaller guys a time to shine, and I think that was really clutch. I'm trying to think of. I feel horrible that I'm not remembering more music that I listen to, but yeah, I felt myself kind of get fatigued towards the end of the year for sure by just like trying to keep up with everything, and even now, like now that like things are
picking
slowly crawling back to normal, I'm like, oh my god, I'm already overwhelmed.
I feel the same way. My inbox is currently building right now, so I totally get that. It really hadn't stopped, but now I'm starting to feel the pain of new releases and stuff. So expect many more reviews at some given point in this time frame. Actually, probably most of the stuff that I will be reviewing will already be out already. So go check it out.
Nice.
Do you guys, anybody, Santino, Joe, Jamie, Ryan, did you guys kind of feel the same way, or you're just
not really? I just on my time off, I just stayed home and practiced a lot more than I could because I was out of work for 6 months.
Oh.
So I had time to really just dig down and play and mess with gear and everything.
Santino's gonna be a monster when shows come back, I feel.
He's already a monster.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
always has been.
I know he's been a monster. I already know Santino.
You know,
I ride for Santino, but man, he is just gonna. He's gonna be nuts.
Out on stage again, all this pent up excitement, ready to go.
I feel like Santino's gonna put me on his back while he's still playing guitar at a live show.
Let's do it. And I still have my audio addiction hat. I'm gonna be repping you on stage again. That's what I can't wait for.
You can pull it off.
You can do it.
Yeah,
and he's still gonna be down picking like a monster.
Guys, if this video gets to 50,000 like, no kidding. I'm gonna be an atypical YouTuber.
We'll just do it anyway.
I did make a joke. I want to just give a funny tidbit to Sierra because she told me to email her about setting up an interview, and I gave her the whole Brandon interview experience email, and I thought that shit was hilarious. So
I saw that.
Yeah, the professional,
the professional ass email. So.
Yeah,
it was like, not gonna lie, you had us in the first hand.
It was the copy pasta, you know.
That's exactly what you did.
Oh yeah, all the time. So, good bands, if you reach out, you're going to get the similar, if not the same copy pasta. So.
Yep.
Except at the end, yours isn't going to say, nah, psych.
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher is going to show up behind in my green screen and be like, y'all are pumped.
He's going to break through your fucking drywall.
Well, he would have to be like sentient and like be able to float in midair because I'm on the second floor.
God.
So he would have.
God, that'd be terrifying.
Don't make that. I don't need to see that ever. So
Ultra Instinct Ashton Kutcher.
Ultra Instinct. Guys, if you could make that, I don't know if there's anybody who does animation, but that would be great. So if you want to make this portion of the interview animated, I would lose it. I'd lose it. Like if Ashton Kutcher just busted through my wall like a Dragon Ball Z villain, that'd be great.
That's crazy. You got Marvel and Dragon Ball crossover going on. Amazing.
Next question, guys. I guess you guys can give a little bit of backstory in terms of Murder Mountain. You're being a little cryptic on the social media. So I
don't know what you're talking about, man.
By the time this is out, I'm gonna look like a fucking dickhead because
I think it was pretty straightforward. No cryptic.
Yeah,
well, okay.
It was a little cryptic because you went to all black, and then you posted like a Word document. And I was like. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, I was just like,
okay,
I legitimately thought you guys got hacked, and I was a little worried, honestly.
Oh, that should have been the bit.
That should have been the bit.
I just want to say this quick anecdote and then give the floor to Joe because he started like writing this song and like wrote most of it. I just wanted something to drum up hype. I just wanted to change it up, and I was like to the guys like, I made up a fake little haha story about a dead guy, and then I sent it to the guys. I was like, "Hey, is this corny or like should I make something out of this?"
I thought it was fun.
Yeah. And they're like, "No, go for it." I was like, "Okay, whatever." Very blasé-faire about it.
Me, Lord Sierra was like, "Yes, perfect timing."
It's perfect. Our phones are like blown up with notifications. And
people are like genuinely perplexed. They think it's real. I had a girl I know commented on the first post, and she's like, "I'm Googling it, but nothing's coming up." I don't think it's a
They're
real
gonna watch
story.
this and look like so. They're gonna be so fucked up now.
The people who were really into it have already reached out like, "I need more, give me their details." And I had to be like, "All right, listen, it's a bit. Like, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's a bit." I picked random coordinates and someone tweeted the funniest shit. Someone quote tweeted the thing and they were like, "Okay, who wants to go to minus 41.589 longitude, 51.985 latitude north with me?" And I was like, "Don't fucking go." I pulled up a map of the Delaware water gap and I just I made random coordinates. And that's all I wanted.
I'm gonna title this interview with Sales Ahead Exposed.
I'm
true
so
story
sorry.
about the
There's
true
no
story
buried
about the
treasure.
clickbait.
There's no buried treasure there.
Truth will shock you.
Yeah, so because the music video treatments for Fear and Loathing and Murder were like two-part story, and the second one we have weapons in the music video. So there's also weapons in the album art. I just wanted to try to make sense of all of that, and that's literally all this little prologue thing was.
Oh, you should have continued it on. That would have. I feel like you would have sent people spiraling out of control. That sounds sick. All that power.
We can't be held liable for anything. Man. I think it's best to stop where we're at. But yeah, as for when we started writing the song and like the story behind that, Joe, when was the first time you showed us that idea? Do you remember?
I don't remember exactly the date, but fun fact, you can go. It was on my Instagram story, a riff that I posted, and it said, "This sounds too much like Chucky versus the Giant Tortoise by DGD." And I showed it to the band, and I was like, "Guys, we can't use this, right? This sounds exactly like that song."
Yeah, and we had to tell them to shut up, and that we should do something with it.
So I have to cite that as an influence for the main riff, but
and for the wiki.
Yeah. So yeah, you can still see it on my Instagram highlights, the original riff, and then much like our older stuff, it kind of came together very quickly. Actually, contrary to the newer stuff that we've been writing, I'm pretty sure I wrote that almost entirely by myself. I don't want to pat myself on the back, but
no, please do.
Instrumentally, I think I wrote that all by myself, and then maybe. Yeah, the bridge was in question, and I was like, "Guys, I want to change this. Can we work on this?" And then I think Sierra was like, "Nope, it's perfect. Don't change it." So, that one actually came together very quickly. But yeah, the main riff, it's on my Instagram story. I was gonna ditch it. Everyone loved it, and that's some of our songs came together like that. Like how I wanted to drop Pixelated, and it became our most popular song.
Yep. Yeah, we've had to outvote you.
Yeah.
Murder has a lot of riffs in it that doesn't sound like things you would typically write. It's what really like made me love this one because you like kind of branched out a little bit on your riffs writing for this song, and it's a lot of fun. It's a very, very fun guitar song.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The final product sounds nothing like Chucky. It does not. But I mean, like maybe people will call us DGD ripoffs instead of Paramore ripoffs for once, which would be nice.
I mean, that's not gonna happen.
Solid.
Listen, it's never been
level 2.
I know
we've never denied that they were an influence.
Yeah,
so.
our poor friends. We have so many friends who just want nothing like more than to just like not be like considered like the bastard stepchild of Dance Gavin Dance, and we're like, we're trying to get out of the Paramore bubble.
We'll gladly take that DGD mantle, you know.
Let's get you out, and then we'll take your spot. We'll take the bullets for you.
I mean, anytime I listen to like a female fronted group, I like genuinely try not to think about that. Like, I understand that like Hayley Williams as an artist bans that kind of stuff. But
Hi, Christina.
Oh, that was good.
Out to Christina.
Oh my god! The look.
Follow Christina Murray on Twitch.
That's gonna definitely be a. I'm gonna meme that to all hell. Anyway, I do feel like with a lot of female like fronted bands, I feel like that is a common trope, and I try my hardest to not think about that because it is like, again, I imagine, Sierra, I'm sure you could speak on it. I imagine as being a female vocalist and fronting a band, I can imagine how many times you have been compared to Paramore on numerous occasions.
Still. And it's like it's one thing when it comes from someone who is not in our scene or does not listen to a lot of like newer alternative bands. They have no idea. They have no fucking idea. They don't know that there's other bands besides Paramore.
Yeah,
I mean, there were female fronted bands before there was Paramore. I don't know why they became.
That's the first one. Yeah.
I don't know why they became the only band. I'm sure it's not something Hayley would approve of either, but like that's just the golden. I mean, she is an incredible performer. They've released incredible songs, but like not everyone wants to sound like that. If you control X'd Hayley out of Paramore, replace her with a dude, like you wouldn't just compare like male fronted bands to one another the way people do
male fronted.
Yeah, I mean we should. I like that meme, but like yeah, it's just it's just funny, especially when it comes from folks that are like in DIY or like in the alternative scene, and like
no
clearly
other
we've
bands.
seen there's no other band. There's only one band in this Paramore.
That's true.
So yeah, it's just like funny that we still get it. At this point, I'm a little more. I laugh it off more, but
sure.
Like sometimes it's still like astounding the quantum leaps that people will make to compare us. It's just funny. It's a meme at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, I can.
It happens.
I can imagine that. That's why, like, I feel like not every female fronted band sounds like Paramore, and that's just not how it's gonna be. Like not every if you are in that lane and you are trying to sound like Paramore, then more than you do your thing. You live your life.
Totally.
But I feel like your stuff, and because I've been listening to your stuff for a while, I don't feel like it's remotely close. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you would cite Hayley Williams as like an influence in terms of a vocalist because she's also female and she has had the notoriety, but I wouldn't say it like if somebody came up to me and was like, oh, does this girl sound like Hayley Williams? I would be like, not really. Like, she obviously sounds like a
we have
female.
Completely different voices.
Completely different voices, so like
yeah.
I don't know how people do that unless like it's like satire, like it's like
I know.
Like I'm just like, how do you, I don't know how you do that. How do you jump from those two, from this band to this band? Just
they probably just don't know any better and see it as a compliment. It's always like in good nature,
Sure.
Like
I know, because in their eyes it could be like, oh, like Paramore's like a really good fucking band, and they are. And then they're like, yeah, you guys are like Paramore, like trying to draw a parallel in that, like we're both solid.
Yeah.
Which like I try to see people's intent instead of like, you know, like
Thinking
trying to like
negative.
take it at face value. Yeah. But that's exactly it when it's clearly like just like a lazy comparison or just like a weird dig. That's when it gets a little weird.
I've heard that so many times too.
Yeah.
The Paramore comparison.
Yeah. I mean, Santino and Hayley Williams look exactly the same. You know,
it's the same thing. Like,
same
I
thing.
get it.
Same difference.
I get where they're coming from.
Yeah, I know. Wow, guys, remember that Santino, Hayley Williams.
Yeah.
Same thing. Same thing.
The same people.
I'm
same
so
people.
sorry. That's what
Same
Just
people.
tag him in. Tag him in. Take a week. Tag him in. Take a load off, Haley. He's got it.
He's got it. The next thing, guys, because honestly, I don't even fucking remember what questions I asked you in interview number 2, but I'm gonna ask you some fun ones. I'm not particularly, I wouldn't consider it guilty pleasure bands, or guilty to listening to music, but what would be one band that people wouldn't necessarily associate you listening to?
Does Buff Corral count?
Yeah, I guess so. If you, I want to say if people ever feel guilty about their musical choices because you like what you like, but you know, there's certainly some bands that I wouldn't be like, yeah, that's a band that I feel like Jamie likes, you know.
I can't really think of anything that's like I would be embarrassed to tell people I like this. But if I can count Buff Corral, because he is a musical savant and he's the last bastion of old YouTube, and he sings and he dances and it's so good. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, like, I fucking listened to Pierce the Veil for the first time in like 9 years, like yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, I listened to this a lot.
Yeah.
A long time ago. When I was pretending to be straight edge and drinking Monster Energy.
So hard, Sierra.
Yeah. But that's all I can think of.
So mine's gonna be Caro Caro Bonito.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I wouldn't have placed
band.
that. I wouldn't have placed that for you, Joe. So okay.
They're ridiculously good. I can't believe that I slept on them for so long.
Anyone else?
I really like Pivris.
Wait,
Paris?
You mean Paris?
Yeah.
Listen, Ryan is 2 for 2 in this interview. I'm just gonna say that.
Well, have you ever watched the one where he calls Shrek a Disney movie? That's just another thing. That's just.
Google did in fact come up saying Shrek was a Disney movie, so I can't.
Yeah, in his defense, but like, I don't know.
You don't have to defend it. It was ridiculous.
That was, oh my god! Now I'm gonna have to find that clip where he says.
It's on our Instagram.
It's a clip. We'll find it.
Yeah.
I'll dig deep.
Yeah, Paris. I really dig Paris. Probably wouldn't think I listen to them. I wouldn't think. I don't know.
I wouldn't place you for that. Santino or Jamie?
Yeah, my iTunes playlist has a lot of like Katy Perry, Selena Gomez, Ellie Goulding, pop artists.
Was not expecting that.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. All
It's
right.
good workout music.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's all they play at the gyms. That's all I hear all day. So get stuck. I'm like, oh, I like this one. But it's my guilty pleasures is like those 3.
Okay. Okay. Jamie?
I mean, I kind of, stuff I listen to is just kind of like all around. Yeah, I try and again, like I try not to be like feeling like guilty with the stuff that I listen to or whatever. But I mean, I'm a big fan of weird ass free jazz. So there's like this group called like Whose Hat Is This? And I remember I think there was like one drive where I was playing it in the car and Joe was in the car with me and he was like, if I was high right now, I feel like I'd be frightened for my life. Yeah. So yeah, there's that, and then sometimes like I'll listen to this this weird space hip hop group called Deltron 3030, and mostly I'll get reactions from like other people like Jamie, like You listen to this? I didn't take you for listening to this. I don't know. I think it's cool.
It doesn't matter to be guilty, like you said.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have to check out. That weird jazz thing. That's
yeah.
I'll link it to you right now.
It's free jazz.
It's a great band name.
Oh my god! So shout outs to whose hat is this?
You gotta get them on the show.
Oh god! All right, great. That's my next goal, guys. If you want to make that happen, I guess make it happen. I don't know. Shit.
You can make anything happen.
You make anything happen. Next question, guys. If there was one album you wished that you wrote, what album would it be?
D-Loused in the Comatorium by the Mars Volta.
Ooh,
awesome.
Classic.
Great answer.
I wish I wrote Colors by Between the Bird and Me. 60 minutes of perfection. 60 straight minutes of just pure ear gold noise.
Hell yeah.
I wish I wrote Crack the Sky by Mastodon because that's my favorite concept album.
That's a good one.
So.
Brian looks really like, oof, what am I going to pick?
I'm going to say City of Evil, Avenged Sevenfold.
That's a good one.
Nice.
That's a good one.
It's another start to finish good one.
Yeah.
For me, there's a lot. So I'm not gonna pick one. I'm just gonna sound them off. On Letting Go by Circus Survive.
Great.
Greatest Fall Lost Arts by Lower D, Lower Definition. That might be it, I think. There's definitely one I'm not thinking of, but I there's plenty of albums I hear and I'm like, damn it, if I would never shut the fuck up if I wrote this record. But I can't think of any more. But I think those two for sure.
I always find it interesting the answers that people choose to take. So I feel like you guys stayed in your lanes, you know. So I like that.
Yeah.
I could see you all like collectively musically. I know obviously I've seen you guys play for long enough, so I'm like, yeah, okay, I can vibe with those answers. The next question, guys, if you were to compile a dream group, who would be in your dream super group?
Oh man.
Is it presumed we are also in it?
If you would like to be.
Do they have to be alive?
That's
preferably.
That's such a hard one, man.
Somebody asks me that every time I ask that question. That is without fail.
Do they have to be a musician?
Preferably. I mean, that's the reason why you're on here. So I would assume
mammal. Just kidding.
Oh, ma'am.
Fuck. Oh my god.
You know these questions aren't going to be easy. You should know this, but by this point.
Yeah, Joe, you go first.
This is hard.
Thundercat on bass.
Right, type. I like this.
Cheetah Mochi 4 from Trico on guitar.
Okay.
Joe Arrington on drums because I know he would kill it.
Yeah. Okay. Vibes.
Mario Camarena from Chan on second guitar.
Ooh. Okay.
And vocals, I'm gonna be lame and just say Kurt Travis on vocals because he would kill it.
I knew it. I knew that's what you were gonna say.
I had a feeling.
It's a good choice.
It's a good choice. Yeah. It's a good pick. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna be bad at this.
So many choices.
I don't have my phone on me, so I can't
I have to write this down.
I got it. Let me get Mike Portnoy on drums, right?
Okay.
Les Claypool on bass.
Nice.
Malmsteen on guitar. And I can't remember the vocalist from Living Color. The guy's got pipes. I can't remember his name.
I'll look it up
Anybody
now.
Corey something.
Yeah.
I think it's Corey something, yeah.
Living Color vocalist.
That band would break up so fast.
Corey Glover.
Yeah, Corey Glover. Yep.
Dude's got pipes.
There would be so much internal conflict.
No, not in this, dude. This is fantasy world. This is the best case scenario. I disagree with you.
Yeah, you have Malmsteen. Yeah, you have Malmsteen in the band. I feel like that completely.
No. Don't even give me any.
He's gonna put his ego aside. Listen. I'm not trying to sink your ideology. You do what you want. It's your band.
I'm not having it. Having it. You got to sink this idea. I got it.
I got you. Wow, Santino is really.
I'm holding on to my guns on this one.
I don't have any good answers for this. I know. Shit. I'm frantically scrolling through my Spotify to try to remember people. I think I don't know if I can do Dream Band right now. I can't think of anyone. I think if I could like it's so these are like people who aren't like big musicians, but they're like friends or like people I just like to work with in general.
Sure thing.
It would be this girl Juliana Masia on drums, me on guitar, maybe Jess Hall from Old Soul,
Nice. Yeah.
My friend Mel Gamache, who was in a band called Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie. I don't know what's going on with them, but she's an amazing screamer. So her is the vocalist, and then bassist. Fuck it, Yvette Young. She doesn't play the bass, but I'll throw her on there.
What a lineup. Incredible.
Incredible.
Yeah. All girl slam band or like hardcore band or something. That would
She'd
be
be
sick.
down. I feel like Yvette, you'd be down, right? Okay.
I would say Luke Holland on drums.
Okay, nice.
Lynn from Paris on vocals.
Ooh, okay.
Guitarist Will Swan as lead, and John Frusciante as rhythm.
Okay.
I don't know that many bass. I don't know the names of that many bass players. I can't think of any bass players.
Name a bassist.
My friend.
And Jamie's
Jamie on
crying.
bass.
Jamie's
Nice
like
game.
shedding out all of these tears, trying to hold
Jamie
back.
is the only bassist.
Jamie is the only
Yeah.
bassist. Yeah.
Jamie on bass.
That's it.
Jamie, your answer?
Let's see. I mean, it's just gonna be a mishmash of shit, but
That's the point.
yeah.
Kind of.
So yeah, I'd probably pick Matt Halpern on drums.
Oh, tight. Okay.
Juan Alderete from the Mars Volta on bass.
Okay.
Jordan Rudess on keyboards.
Oh, okay. I had a feeling.
I don't know this dude's name, but he's the lead singer in this like Norwegian band called Shining. Him on saxophone and
This is out there.
I don't know, Buckethead on guitar, and then that's it.
That,
Oh wait, no, like him on guitar, and then Devin Townsend on guitar and vocals.
oh my god, that sounds insane. I love
Yeah.
that.
Devin and Buckethead.
Whew. These are some good answers, guys. If you want to make this happen, whoever's band you've chosen, they have now subscribed to royalty. So make it happen. Listen, I'm the one who provided the question, so I just want like a little bit of
For
money.
sure.
But you can give
kickback.
some,
Little
some little crumbs, But
Everyone's eating.
From validation.
The next question, guys, for people who haven't checked out With Sales Ahead, what would be a song you would recommend to them to listen to, whether it's something new, something old, something that's coming up soon, what have you?
I'm telling everyone just listen to Murder Mountain. That is for me. The song.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Every
I'd
time
say
I
Fear
show
and
up to
Loathing.
the band, I play Synapse for them. Just my
Ryan, you said in Fear and
combination.
Loathing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say forget and good luck finding it.
It's on
Oh my
Spotify.
god.
Oh, and
It's
it
on
is
Spotify.
on Spotify.
Yeah,
because
Open
remember
Letters
is a
we recorded
two-song EP.
half of them. Yeah.
You like
Good luck
completely
finding it.
destroyed Joe's plan.
You should have said something that sounds like a lot of her last word. That
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck they're gonna find those.
No, don't say.
Okay. Yeah, no
Santino almost
spoiler.
spelled it. Don't worry, I'm gonna get it out of him now. Jamie, your answer?
Yeah, it's pixelated.
Ooh, okay.
Mhm.
Shocker. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
No, it's
not
cool
really.
that we all had different answers. That's really
Yes.
interesting.
My favorite answer is I think it is also pixelated. It was the one where I was in. Was that wasn't the one you did the music video for? Where I
No, it
was.
was.
Where
No, it was.
Oh, okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
that was, yeah.
I was having a brain fart for a second, and I remember
okay.
I remember
Yeah.
I showed up to that. That was hilarious. So
It was so much
I
fun.
still
Yeah,
thank
that's
you
a lot of
again
fun
for being
filming.
in that. I still love that music video so much.
it's
That was a
I
good time.
watch it so many times. It's great.
Everybody loves it.
It's a great music video. Shouts to
Mhm.
Chris.
definitely shout out to Chris.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
Chris.
Always.
He's the man,
Mm-hmm.
the myth. And the last thing, guys, most important thing, tell them where they can find With Sales Ahead, what you guys have coming up, and anything else you'd like to plug or talk about.
Sure thing. So, you can find our music on all major streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Deezer, Tidal, wherever there's music, we're usually there. Murder Mountain. That's what we're promoting. Murder Mountain is out now. It's our latest single. The music video is up on our YouTube. All of our social media are just With Sales Ahead. We have merch. We have, if the hot sauce bottle hasn't sold out by now when this goes up. Sorry for the surprise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Wow.
I told you there were gonna be spoilers.
I know.
If the hot sauce bottle hasn't, bottles haven't sold out by the time
you-
y'all see this interview, there should be some. We'll probably do a reorder anyway.
Yeah, and if they
but-
have,
We have
batch
a hot
2 is
sauce
coming.
coming out. in January.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god, my brain's trying to process all this. Also, I thought Sierra almost did a Freudian slip and said shit instead, and I was gonna be like, that's probably what it would make you do because it is hot sauce. So,
No, ours is very
It's good.
tasty.
It's
Yeah,
so
good.
good.
Just had
All
some-
right.
We're not
It's
even
good.
we're not even like
It's,
Pandering.
it's good on
Right.
everything.
Shameless plug.
and yeah, expect something else before the end of the year. We can't tell you what that is. It could be acoustic versions of our songs, or like stripped down versions. That's a project we have been working on. Or it could just be straight up a new batch of music. We can't tell you, and we don't know because
It could be any number of things that we're slacking on.
There are
life.
plenty.
Y'all know how it is. Life gets in the way.
Plenty.
the honesty. The
Most of
honesty.
us have depression, so it's just kind of like slugging through that
Oh, I
and
know.
doing the best we can. We're also on Twitch. The band is not. Sorry, we have so much to plug. So much has changed.
Do it. Just continue to plug it. You know.
Our band is on Twitch. We are all also individually on Twitch. Our Twitch is just With Sales Ahead as well. I'm Sierra Plus Ultra. Joe is Joe_NPC. Jamie is Devout Shoulders. Santino is Dawn of the Shred. And Ryan, are you RV72 now? Underscore
No, I
or
changed my name so many times. I think it's RVC.
Whatever the right one
72.
is, we'll get it.
RV,
Well-
yeah, RV72.
72.
If you follow the
Yeah.
main band socials, we're always retweeting each other's Twitch links and stuff. So
Yeah.
if you can't find one of us, you can find us there. And that's it. I think that covers it.
I was gonna go out. Well, I didn't know how much longer you were gonna go, and I was gonna grab my With Sales Ahead shirt that is in my in my
Aww.
drawer. I think it's the ramen bleach dye shirt, which I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that sold out or whatever. So I don't know. People. Can
We have
still get it.
some, but
There's
it's
some.
you're one of the OGs to get
I
it.
am. I
Yeah.
am. So, guys, go support With Sales Ahead. You already know. They've been on the channel many times at this point. You know, I always try to plug them whenever I get the chance. So, go show them some love. All the links will be in the description where you find out about the band, their music, all that good stuff. Go check out Murder Mountain. I haven't listened to it yet, but I rest assured it will probably be listened to at some point in the coming future. So, check that out. If you enjoyed this interview, share, like, and subscribe. It goes a long way. I feel like an asshole YouTuber that always asks for that sort of stuff, and I hate
Hit the
asking for it.
bell.
But you can do it, please. I'm so close to 2K subs, which is insane. So
We gotta get you there.
Hey.
if you can do that, be greatly appreciated. Have some hot new content coming for this year, so keep an eye out, and keep an eye out for With Sales Ahead because they're great. One of my favorite NJ bands. You know, no disrespect to all the other ones, but you know, I got a lot of love for.
You didn't
With
say
Sales
how
Ahead.
many favorites you have.
That's true.
So you're
That's
in the
true.
clear.
I'm in the clear. But one of the better bands in Jersey, so go give them some love, and thanks to With Sales Ahead for coming on and chatting with me tonight.
Thanks for
Brandon.
having
Thank
us.
you for
man.
having us.
Thanks for
We love
having
you.
us.
Let's not wait like 20 years to do the next one.
Yeah,
for sure.
seriously.
Every 4 years.